Alright, we're going to install some Heart Luck V-twin lock-on grips because these are kind of junk. Plus these are a hair longer, so it's going to give you a little bit more to grab onto. So let's go ahead and get that started. Okay, so I've already broke these loose. And that is a T27. I'm going to go ahead and loosen them up even more, so that way I can kind of slide it out of my way. Now I'm going to do the screw on top and on bottom, and that is a T25. Alright, now that we got them out of the way, we gotta go ahead and get these grips off. Just kind of break some of this loose. Came off easier than I thought. Stock grip. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and open the box up. So obviously, non-throttle side, throttle side with the cables. Then we got a little tool, which I'll go ahead and I'll have to loosen because this locks on right here. If you see, we'll go ahead and loosen those up and get them thrown on the bike. Alright, now that our handlebars all clean, we got our grip nice and loosened up and ready to go on. Now we just want to make sure that, you know, this is the made in the USA is kind of like down or reading good, so that way it don't look bad. Plus, the upside about these grips are, so I can take them off when I upgrade to my new bars. So, that'd be nice. Let's look here. Get that nice and centered the way I want it. Made in the USA at the bottom there. Good to go. Try and get those gaps as close as you can. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and torque them down a little bit better and come back to you. Alright, nice and torqued down. The Made in USA is indicated right, it looks good. Plus my gap on both sides where I've tightened it down is even and it's nice and torqued. I'll tell you right now, feels solid. And the difference between stock and this is pretty great. I like this quite a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this kind of oriented back on here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Got it all put together. This still needs tightened, but got this where I want it sitting. This sits nice. There's a little gap, but that's fine. And this goes all the way to the end, so it's solid. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all this up and then start working on this side. So on this side, I've already pulled off my throttle cable adjustment covers off. They're down. We'll have to loosen these up so that way we can take off the throttle tube. And then we'll go ahead and loosen up this guy and get it all off. Get the brake lever loosened up, moved over and out of the way so we can go ahead and get that going. Got these loosened up pretty good. This is just a 3/8 wrench, and this side I used an adjustable because I didn't have anything small enough. So go ahead and loosen up the rest of this. All right, it's all loosened up. Now we just gotta go ahead and pull all this apart. I have to get these out of their spots, and then I can go ahead and pull all this apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, got it all apart. Got this guy off, which I'll tell you right now, she looks rough, but this is OEM, so it makes sense. And I have a little bit of stickiness in my throttle, but I'm pretty dang sure it has to do with these cables because they're old and never been lubed. So I'll get right on that. Also, be careful because these little brass guys fall off pretty easy and you can lose them. Also, for this job, one of these picks is super convenient to get up underneath there and push it up because everything's kind of small and you can't get in there, so keep that in mind. All right, all good to go. I'm gonna kind of clean this up a little bit, but I can't even tell you how convenient this was to get all this together. because that was a tedious pain in the ass. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and try to get everything oriented back the way it should be, and then we'll come back to that and we'll start adjusting the throttle cable. Got it oriented like I wanted, at least as close as I can get it. And then I still got this guy open, but that's because I think this guy, I'm gonna use a little bit of grease. And I definitely need new throttle cables. These suck. They need lubed up pretty bad. But I'm gonna do with what I got and do the best I can and set her up. It's on. I've got the cables adjusted. I already started the bike. It's not holding throttle, but the throttle does stick. So I have to try to do my best to fix that. And then this screw is already, it's as loose as it can get. So I'm gonna go in here. I might put a little bit of grease in here just to be on the safe side. And then I'm also going to try to lube up these cables as best I can before I get new ones. It's all oriented the way I want it now, but the throttle still sticks on it pretty bad, which is all cable oriented. These cables are old and rusty, and I'm replacing those. It'll be in a later video, you'll see, but it's on there properly. I can tell, like with the wheel oriented straight, there's no actual resistance. There's just no spring really pulling it back. So I'll get, like I said, I'll get that replaced. And that's all I have left. If you have any questions, comments, any tips, anything like that, please drop a comment down below. And please leave a like and subscribe on this video. I greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks.